Kit Kats can read. Hello everybody, my name is Katie and welcome to another video. I'm currently in my work stuff because I am going to be leaving for work in about 10ish minutes, so I'm just going to straight off get into this book haul. I have got some books I've got for review. I went to a blogger event on Saturday the 19th of March to Scholastic, so I got some books from them, and I've got some books that were given to me from people that I met at the event, as well as like one book that I actually purchased, which is pretty good for a book haul. So without further ado, I'm going to begin with a book that I purchased, as there is only the number one in this one, and this is Black Widow Forever Red by Margaret Stoll, who is one of the authors of the Beautiful Creatures series. There's like Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll who wrote the Beautiful Creatures series, and obviously this is a Marvel book, so it's a YA Marvel book and it's hardcover. It was reduced to £3 something on Amazon, and I was like, oh my god, because I had a look at my wish list and I was like, I want to get a book for this week, and I was like, that's the book that I'm going to get, because number one is a hardcover, number two is reduced, and it's just crazy. So it's red on the inside, it's got this little indent here, as you can see, and it's nice and still on the edge, but I thought this is great, obviously based on the character Black Widow, and I am very intrigued to get around to reading this. Next of all, I'm going to go on to the two review books that I've received in the mail, the first of which is What I Thought Was True by Huntley Fitzpatrick. This was sent to me by Electric Monkey, so it was very nice of them to send this to me. And this releases in the UK on the 7th of April, so this is the UK print edition of this. It is already out in the American edition, because I do already own that in the paperback. In fact, I got it right here down in the bottom where you can't see it, so I now have this. So I'm probably going to end up giving this UK copy away, so keep your eyes out for that. But just to let you guys know, in the UK, if you are interested in getting the UK version, then that is when it's going to be released. But you know what, I read My Life Next Door by Huntley Fitzpatrick, really enjoyed it, so I'm looking forward to giving this novel a read and getting more into contemporary again. I love contemporary so much, but you know, this seems quite a sort of summery read, so you know what, if this gets me in the mood for the spring and the summer, then so be it. This next book got sent to me from Walker, and this is A Girl Out of Water by Nat Lertissima, and this is released on the 2nd of June, so it is a summer release. I'm really excited about this one. It just sounds really good, sounds really funny, and like really hilarious. And this, it says here, it's a British comedy from a new talent guaranteed to make a splash. So it's perfect for fans of Holly Snell, Caitlin Moran and Sophie Kinsella. I love Sophie Kinsella. Nat Lertissima is actually a stand-up comedian, and she has had a BAFTA nominated screenwriter and author of the comic memoir Cuckoo in the Nest, and she also acts as well, so it sounds great. I remember meeting her at the Walker event last year, and I'm super excited to give her book a read and have a great laugh with it. Now I'm going to move on to the books that people gave to me before the blogger event on Saturday the 19th of March. So the first of which are a couple of books that I received from Luna, and she gave me The 100 Society by Carla Spradbury, and this is just what the final cover looks like there on the back, but this is the ARC version, and I think I have this on NetGalley, but I just haven't got around to reading it, and I was like, you know what, paperback books or like physical books in general just tend to make me read certain books, but this book just, I remember it sounding like really good, so I'm super excited for that one. And the other one she got me is Intertwined by Gina Showalter, and I haven't really heard anybody like talk about this book or say like if it's good or not, but you know what, I'm just super intrigued. I keep on seeing it around, and I was like, you know what, she's wanting to get rid of it, so I wanted to take it so that I can give it a read. And the third book that she gave me is Love Bomb by Jenny McLachlan. I got this from the library, but when she was giving it away, I was like, you know what, I can actually have a physical copy to then go with my other Jenny McLachlan books, and then I can read this in my own time then. So I thought, you know what, that's great. So I returned Love Bomb to the library yesterday, and now I've got my own physical copy of it. So thank you to Luna for giving those books to me. These next couple of books come from my good friend Jim, who is always giving his books away at blogger events. The first of which is The Sign of One by Eugene Lambert. This one sounds really good, and on the back here it says, "On any other world I see two pale faces peering from the nearest cage. Twins, one face 2 times are a blessing, identical but one is a monster. On wrath, I shiver and make the sign of one against evil. They are a curse." Sounds really good, so thank you very much to Jim for giving this to me. The other one they gave me kind of like pushed up on me. He was like, "Someone take it, like Katie, you take it." So I was like, okay. But this is Chasing the Stars by Mano Blackman. It is coming out on the 21st. It's actually an arc that he's given to me, so I thought, you know what, thank you for that, Jim. But you know what, I'm super excited to give this a read. It's a big book. It's like a really big, tall book. It's floppy though, so that's good. So thank you very much to Jim for giving those couple of books to me. I look forward to giving them a read. And now moving on to the books that I got at the blogger event. I'm going to start with the books that they put in the little goodie bag that we left with. So they gave us The Marvels by Brian Selznick. This is another one of his novels, his like latest one, and if you have read his books like The Invention of Hugo Cabret, it's mostly told in pictures, so it's like a picture story. So as you can see, the majority of the story is pictures until you get to about here where there is some storyline. But I just think that's really great. It's really creative, a great sort of like children's story. But I believe this came out September last year, so it is only a few months old, so it's still a little baby. But I'm really excited to give this new one a read because I have seen it in the shops and it's great that I've now got it in my hands. The other book that they gave us in the goodie bag is like a new edition of Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins, which is obviously the third and final book that is in the Hunger Games trilogy. This is the new one. They spoke about how they redid the cover, redesigned it, and it's all done in like a foil around, and there's a little quote on the back: "If we burn, you burn with us." And I think that's really great. It's like a nice little sort of collector's thing to have, and you know what, for some reason it's making me want to read the book. These other books they gave whilst we were like in the little actual event, they just said, you know what, take a book and keep it. So I picked up The Shadow Queen by CJ Redwine, which is one of the books that I really wanted to get. I also won a copy of this from a giveaway, funnily enough, but I wasn't sure if I was going to be going to the event. So I do have 2 copies, so I got one that's coming on the way to the post to me, so I'm probably going to be giving one of these away to one of you lucky people, but this one I'm really excited about and it sounds fantastic. I then also got The Sleeping Prince by Melinda Salisbury. She had to leave early, so I didn't get to get my book signed, unfortunately, so hopefully, you know, at another Scholastic event she will be there. It would be great to actually get talking with her, but you know what, it makes me want to read her first book, The Sin Eater's Daughter, which I keep on picking up and for some reason not getting to it. So now that I moved here, I actually said to my nan, I was like, can you bring me that book from home and bring me a Legion as well, because I really want to read the Legion. So my nan's good in that sense, like she's bringing me books and I'm giving her a couple of books, so it is kind of working vice versa. The next book that I have to share with you is Crush by Eve Ainsworth. This one I did actually get signed, and I got a little message on the inside. We had a little Hunger Games quiz at the end where one of the authors would be on each of our teams, and we had Eve Ainsworth, so we were Team Crush and we ended up winning. So we ended up winning, I think, maybe a box set of books and the final Mockingjay Part 2 DVD, so that should hopefully be on the way to me in the post some point this week, next week, either way. That is apparently what we all win. And inside here she put, "Dear Katie, thank you for being my quiz buddy. You are my new crush friend. Love, Eve Ainsworth." So thank you very much to Eve for signing that to me. And this is a book that I should be picking up and giving a read this week, so I'm looking forward to that very much. But I did read 7 Days by her and I really enjoyed that. That was really good. The next book that I have is Defender of the Realm by Mark Huckabee and Nick Ostler, and these are 2 screenwriters and they are co-doing this book. That is what I'm saying now. But they're very nicely signed the book as well. They were at the event, they were very funny, so they put, "To Katie, thanks for your support, I hope you enjoy," and then they signed it, so thank you very much to those 2. But this sounds like a really sort of interesting, sort of middle grade, really cool story, so I look forward to giving this one a read. Next of all, I picked up a new cover edition of The Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Oh my god, it's so cool. And you know what, I never actually have read The Jungle Book in book form, and it's a fairly short book. I love the Disney Jungle Book, obviously, so it would be great for me to actually get around to reading this. But what a gorgeous book. So gorgeous. So if you're a fan of The Jungle Book, I suggest you get this edition of the book, because that is just definitely one for you to keep, and even the spine looks fantastic, so yes. And the final book that I picked up is Blue Lily, Lily Blue. They had loads of copies of these, and I thought, you know what, I have started reading the first book, so you know what, why not get to this one? So I just need to get the Dream Thieves then, and then once I've read them all, I'll be up to date with everybody else. But obviously this is the third book that is in this series, so yeah, I'm excited. I like the covers of these books. I think they're really cool and unique and different, but I'm excited all the same. Hey guys, I just got a few other books to share with you. I feel like this is kind of a Monopoly thing where, you know, bank pays you in error. So the bank owed me £20 of interest that they failed to give me when they closed a savings account in order to open another account. So they paid it to me in a cheque form, so I banked that in, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to treat myself to some books, because I rarely ever buy books for myself these days. And these books I've been eyeing up. One of them is a new release, and I was just like, you know what, I am going to spoil myself, and that I did. So I got all of these books from Waterstones, so I managed to obviously get my stamps towards getting my free book when I hit 10 stamps, and I also got like 2 that was on the buy one get one half price deal, so that was great as well. So 2 of these are hardback books, which I don't tend to go for on Waterstones just because that they are so expensive, but because they had that £20 it didn't make it so bad. Plus 2 of these books I actually found to be signed, so I thought, you know what, that is quite special to get those from Waterstones as well. So without further ado, these are the books that I got. First of which is the new release that I mentioned, and that is Cecilia Ahan's Flawed. So this is her YA novel, and I'll just show you the cover to this because this is the UK edition, and that is the back and the spine there. I'll just open it up to show you on the inside. We've got some blue papers, and it's sort of like a light blue tinted spine. So that is Flawed by Cecilia Ahern. I am looking forward to giving this a read because it is her young adult novel, and I've heard loads of people already like creating a buzz for this book already, and I'm super excited, so I'm glad that I found this in Waterstone. And the other hardback book that I picked up is Unbecoming by Jenny Downham. I have heard so many great things about this book already. It is actually quite expensive on Amazon at the moment. I'll just show you the inside of this one. So it is black as well, but this has just got a golden spine there. But yeah, I've heard fantastic things about this book, and loads of those people that I've heard from it have said that it's really good. And this was one of the ones that I discovered was signed. So there is the signature right there for your very eyes. So I was like, you know what, it's more special even when it's signed. So I thought, you know what, for the price that it is, I'm going to get it signed as well. So I'm super happy that I managed to pick this up finally, and I really look forward to reading it. The 2 books that I got towards the buy one get one half price deal were How Hard Can Love Be by Holly Bourne. So this is her new young adult novel. She's also written Am I Normal Yet and Soulmates. I haven't read them, but I do own them, but I've heard that she's a fantastic UK YA writer, and you know what, I'm just super excited. I always hear great things about her books, so I wouldn't be surprised if I didn't like it. But also this book just kept on grabbing my attention, maybe because it's like black and pink, but I don't know, I really don't know. But now I've got it in my hands, I can get around to reading it whenever I want, and I feel like I'm going to really enjoy it. And the other book that I got towards it is another book that I'm eyeing up as well. It is like £3.85 on Amazon, but I found that this one signed, and it's also like an exclusive Waterstones edition, and I'll just show you the signature there. It is there in the very book. So also this is signed as well, and it sort of has like an additional bit on the back by the author. It's a Never Before the Scene chapter, exclusively for Waterstones. So if you're in the UK and you're interested in getting the Waterstones edition, then feel free to. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. I know this is a LGBT sort of novel, and I keep seeing it around, and it first came out in hardback, and I was even eyeing it up when it was hardback. but when they were shortly after releasing it in the paperback edition, I was like, you know what, this is more affordable for me, and because I'm going into this book blind, I just, you know what, I want to enjoy it as much as I can. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this, and I'm super excited. So I'm now going to attempt to pick all of these books up to share you. Oh my god. Okay, so guys, these are all the books that I shared with you today. They can't even fit in the picture. That is like how many I've shared with you today. But I'm going to put them down because they're actually really heavy. So if you guys have read any of these, or if you are interested in any of them, please let me know down in the comments below. Also let me know what you're currently reading, so I know what everybody's reading at the moment. But I hope you've enjoyed this haul. Give it a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it. And thank you very much for watching my videos. Always keep smiling, keep reading, and be happy. My name is Katie, and I'll see all of you wonderful people in my next video. Bye!